of India-Maldives Parliamentary Friendship Groups in the People's Majlis and in the Indian Parliament augur well for the development of close relations between our two parliaments. These are links which are natural between two close neighbors. Honorable members, the well-known Maldivian historian and scholar Nassima Muhammad has recorded that according to legend, the first people who settled in Maldives were a race called Dhivis from Kalibangan on the banks of river Saraswati during the Indus civilization. Today, students from all across Maldives live and study in Thiruvananthapuram, Bengaluru and Mysore. They constitute the largest expatriate Maldivian community abroad. The recent establishment of an Indian Cultural Center at Mala will further promote people-to-people contacts and facilitate the visits of Maldivian artists and scholars to India. We will be happy to facilitate more intensive exchanges between the Maldivian National University and universities in India. Earlier today, I have discussed these and other bilateral initiatives with His Excellency President Mohammad Nasheed. We have succeeded in defining new frontiers for our cooperation that will have a tangible effect on the lives of common citizens of both our countries. His Excellency the President and I have signed a historic framework agreement on cooperation for development. This is a blueprint for cooperation in areas such as trade and investment, food security, fisheries development, tourism, transportation, information technology, new and renewable energy, communications, and enhancing connectivity by air and by sea. I informed His Excellency the President of our decisions to extend a standby credit facility of $100 million to Maldives. This will help Maldives to meet its short-term budgetary needs and enable it to import essential commodities. We have extended a line of credit of $40 million for the construction of new houses. We look forward to the first houses coming up in the not too distant future. Maldives has made impressive gains in education and in promoting the cause of gender equality. Your social indicators are among the best in our region. We will collaborate with you to build upon these notable successes. We are ready to work with the government of Maldives to train youth in identified areas of skill development. The Indira Gandhi Memorial Hospital in Male has served as the main referral hospital for Maldives. We will undertake a major renovation of this hospital as part of our aid program. The tourism and hospitality sectors are the largest revenue earners in Maldives. Indian companies are engaged in various infrastructure projects in Maldives which will further enhance your earning potential. We have decided to forge closer economic links through banking and financial institutions. We wish to cooperate in the modernization of your fishing and food processing industries. No enterprise between our two countries can be complete without planning for greater connectivity between us. Our officials are now engaged in talks to work on a passenger-cum-cargo ferry service between Cochin and Male, and to look at the possibility of developing a port north of Male. We have encouraged our airlines to increase direct air links between destinations in India and Maldives. Honorable members, I am aware of the threat which Maldives faces from rising sea levels. We understand your concerns because millions of Indians themselves live in vulnerable coastal areas of Indian Peninsula. I wish to state in no uncertain term that India will stand as one with Maldives in combating global warming. Maldives' views must be heard with respect in Global Council. We will help Maldives to achieve its aim of becoming a carbon neutral country. We will help build your capacities through sharing of energy efficiency technologies and provide scholarships for students from Maldives in areas such as coastal zone adaptation and management. We in India have made a number of commitments on climate change. One is to keep our per capita emission of greenhouse gases below the average for the industrialized countries. Second, we are committed to reduce the emission intensity of our gross domestic product by 20% between 2005 and 2020. We have launched 8 national missions under our National Action Plan on Climate Change. The Green India Plan seeks to regenerate 6 million hectares of degraded forest land. India will be a constructive participant in the global climate change negotiations based on the principle of common but differentiated responsibilities. Honorable members, as I stand here, I am conscious of the vastness of the ocean that surrounds us. This is our extended neighborhood. We wish to work with the Maldives and other like-minded countries to ensure peace and prosperity in the Indian Ocean region. In many ways, India's and Maldives are natural partners in this enterprise. The Indian Ocean is rich in resources. It provides sustenance and livelihood to many island states. Over 97% of India's international trade by volume and 75% by value passes through the Indian Ocean. All the littoral states have a common interest in ensuring the safety and security of the sea lanes of communication. Through the ages, seafarers, traders, and merchants from India have ventured across the seas. Today, vibrant Indian communities have settled in places such as Mauritius, Seychelles, the east coast of Africa, the Gulf, and East Asia. The movement of people has been